Alright. Hello everyone and welcome back. Oh boy. I did not mentally prepare for this, and apparently I didn't physically prepare either, because the game is installed on an external hard drive. So give me a moment. I really should have prepared for this. I forgot about that fact. Give me one moment. Oh boy. Well, fun fact. Just figured out. Can't have this plugged in. I need to plug in my external hard drive. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. We're back now. Don't open my easy store. Here we go. Alright. Thanks for joining us, folks. Today, for the first time, we're going to be playing Hades. Run off of an external hard drive. That's probably not going to work well. Just warning you ahead of time. No, it'll be fine. Every now and then it lags during dialogue. So this game's been out for a while. And given that I was always a huge fan of SuperGiant Games, I got this game like immediately when it was available. So I've had this for quite a bit. Let me just turn my TV volume down a little bit. You should be able to hear it fine. It's a little quiet for me. You can see I've been playing this game for a while. Maybe you've been playing it recently. The only reason I only have 15 attempts is because hell mode. Jeez. The only reason it only says 15 attempts is because it resetted.
Whose very name inspires fear and penitence, reminding us of the
When the update happens.
which we all share. I, however, mean to tell you such a tale. Listen carefully.
I've already seen a lot of this dialogue. Luckily, I don't have to read it because the game reads it for me.
Goodbye, Father.
But for you guys, this is a new game, so I'm starting a new game.
To hell with this place.
Ha. Gotcha. So I already know how this game works a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. There we go. So yeah, this is a godlike roguelike, as the advertisement says. It's a roguelike where, well, I won't explain the story. I'll let the game do that. I think it's pretty good.
It's got to be her. Then here goes nothing. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Hail, noble cousin. Now, let's get you from that miserable place. I'll see that all of us upon Olympus do our part, beginning here with me.
I do wish Supergiant would stick to story games and not make a roguelike. Just a personal preference, because I think that the things they excel at most are story. But this game's good in its own right. It's probably the best in terms of gameplay out of any of the Supergiant games. But I just think their story is better in something like Pyre. Okay, what am I doing? Attack is stronger, cast is garbage, so I'm not using it. Dash deals damage and can deflect. It's definitely either this one or this one. I think I'm gonna go with, oh, fuck, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with the dash.
I know you can't hear me all the way where you are, Goddess, but thank you.
So generally I find the best strategy for this game is, because for the most part, your different abilities, okay, so you have the square and the triangle ability. I'm using a controller. The different abilities, there's no reason why you can't just use the same one all the time. So what you do is, in my opinion anyway, you pick the best weapon, sorry, you pick the best ability for the weapon you're using, and then you buff the shit out of that and your dash. That's generally my strategy, because that way you can just spam that one ability and it just keeps getting tougher and tougher to the point where it starts to deal like god tier damage. And the dash is pretty much always necessary because I mean, you need to be able to dodge. That's just how it is. So that's why I choose the dash and one of the attacks to buff. Good, good. So far, so good. Let's head onward. I need some health. I only took 5 damage, but I really don't want to have that 5 damage continuing onward from here. So I would like some health, I should say. More so than need. There we go.
Each exodus its own reward.
Right, so this is one of the mechanics. You have to choose what you want. This is a store over here. I don't have very much money. This is Dionysus's reward, which Dionysus has a decent reward. I wouldn't say it's one of the better ones, but it's not useless, and it's better than a shop where you don't know what you're gonna get. And I can't probably afford it anyway because I have no money. There we go. So yeah, you can use the environment tier.
People having a good time. Well, sure then. In the name of Hades, I will miss and I accept this message.
Hey there, Zag man, how's it going? Look, you have got to get here with the rest of us already. We've been saving you a spot. Let me see what I can do. Make life a little sweeter for you in the meantime.
Cool. Attack inflicts hangover. That's good. Cast and special, so I want to go with the attack one.
The kind of wine to liven things up around here.
The best attack... Okay, so for my sword, the attacks are basic attack, or that. And this is okay, it's a nice little shockwave, but it's slower. Generally just whacking is probably the better strategy, which is why I've chosen that to be the thing that I buff the shit out of. Oh shit, they actually damaged me again. That's what I was trying to avoid. There we go.
Mechathonic key.
As far as I know, hangover, what it does is give you like a poison damage kind of to your attacks. I believe that's the case anyway. not have let that hit me. That was dumb. It's okay, it's my first run. It's no big deal. So my prior knowledge of this game does mean I know a little bit better how to optimize.
A divine error. There's only one heavenly archer I know of. Well, several, really. Anyway, in the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
I heard about you.
Artemis.
Look, I'm not like all the others on Olympus. The power of the hunt helps keep me company, so maybe it'll help you too.
Special cast, any deal you, every day that you deal. Cool.
Sure could use some company now that she mentions it. The power of the hunt sounds handy too.
Okay, so what do we got here? This is another Artemis, and this is a buff to something I already have. Normally I'd take this, but I noticed that this one is shining, which means it's going to be more rare, most likely. So I think I'll go with this one for this one. I fucking hate this room. These dudes right here are the bane of my existence. I fucking hate them. Their stupid explodey shit deals a lot of damage and is really hard to avoid, so... If I can take out one of them, though, I can probably stun the other. Oh, I gotta get rid of his armor first. Okay, cool, his armor's gone. I can probably stun lock this guy and win. But you'll notice I took some damage that I wouldn't have if it was literally any other enemy.
That's what you get. Oh, yes.
Special cast, critical damage to a foe. A foe near is marked. That's probably what I want.
My senses sharpen.
Cool. Oh, that was some damage I didn't want to take. I don't have any fucking healing abilities, which is not nice. Which means I'm just slowly being worn down
The underworld's
to nothing.
Can't heal myself, but I can fight.
Shit, that's a lot of damage I just took. This game really wants me dead. I think they expected the bomb guys to kill me. And by all means, they should have, because I fucking hate those guys.
Ugh, that hurt.
Yeah, I'm not doing so hot anymore. If I find a shop, I should really go to it, assuming I make it that far. No, because a shop might have some healing for me. And I've got almost 150 gold now, so... Ah, shit. I thought that would reflect if I did that. Well, now it's time for this game's gimmick.
Damn it. I'm hung.
Can I not exit? No, damn it.
Yes, carry on, everyone. Don't mind me.
Welcome to the House of Hades, where... Wait, I know you. Guess that means you died out there, huh? Don't be sad, though. Pretty much everybody dies sometime.
Some of us more than others.
I'm just gonna, don't mind me, I'm just gonna minimize my controller emulator real quick so I can actually see the live chat, because it was being covered by the controller emulator.
Stupid boy. I told you nobody gets out of here, whether alive or dead. So how was your wanton ransacking of my domain?
Greetings, Father. My ransacking was a delight, thank you for asking. So I'll just be on my way again.
Be on your way indeed. What do I care? You shall never reach the surface. Go, see for yourself.
Infernal watchdog Cerberus regards the underworld prince with mixed emotions, from purest joy to deepest melancholy.
You watch over things for me, won't you, boy? You know I'd take you if I could. There's a good boy.
Cerberus means Bacon's concern for you.
Good dog.
You've returned. Good to see you, lad, despite the circumstances. Remember your training out there. The pain of death is but another obstacle.
And defeat is for the weak. Take care, kids.
The House of Hades, that dark and lavishly appointed lair of the underworld's king, is home not just to him, but to his willful progeny.
You know I can hear you, old man.
You have come home. Do not despair, child. Such setbacks are inevitable and may be overcome with effort and with time. Though, tell me, has the goddess Athena thus been true to her word?
She has, Nix. I'm grateful that you put us in contact and explained to her the situation that I'm in. I know you took considerable risk in reaching out.
It was the least that I could do. The Olympians shall make powerful allies, but reveal to them no more than they already know, for all our sakes.
I understand. How goes it, Shades?
Who exactly is the supervisor around here? This is ridiculous. I missed what he died of. Oh well. You'll see it back on the stream at least.
Hey, Ruru. I'm back.
The bedchambers of Prince Zagreus lie in a perpetual state of utter disarray, despite his lord and master of the house repeatedly insisting that he pick everything up.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad, is it? I'm wide awake.
I'm wide awake. Now it's clear to me.
Darkness guide me. Can't afford that. All set.
Wait, hang on. Okay, good. We're good. Moving on.
Okay. There we go. Cobra-Rot, the Heart Seeker. Let's deal some death. You can escape through that pink window there.
Nice place you got here, boyo. Name's Skelly, how's it going? But enough of the small talk already. I'm here to do a job. So let me have it. Give me everything you got.
I don't remember having you on payroll, mate. Who's your supervisor?
Oh, I'm not about to wrap my sources, pal. Just try and beat it out of me.
If you insist.
Taking another shot? Yeah, boyo. Nah, that was me.
Whoops.
Bet I got you pretty good.
I don't like the bow all that much, because it doesn't have any good attacks.
Let's get past the retro shades of Tartarus. Easy said than done. Doubt us I'll be running into Meg. The river flame ought to be just beyond. Find a way up to Elysium from there, or after that. Alright, let's give it another shot.
I don't like the bow all that much, but I'm using it because it's the most recent thing I unlocked. One thing you'll notice is that, well, you don't see it right now, but there will be a purple energy swirling around these things, which basically means you get extra darkness, which is a permanent currency, for using that weapon.
Thunder.
So I'll probably always use the one that has the buff to it.
Is this really him? Okay. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Greetings there, young man. Look, your father's always been rather difficult, and he's not so much as called in quite some time. You'll have a better home where you belong, here on Olympus. To help you on your journey, have my blessing.
Okay, so. I don't like the attack of this thing. What if I just buff the shit out of my dash? I'm just gonna buff the shit out of my dash.
Uncle Zeus lending his support. Never thought I'd see the day.
And then just kill everything by dashing near it. It's a bad strategy, but we'll see what happens. I don't like the bow very much, you can tell.
Composed of such innumerable, ever-shifting, interlocking chambers, the underworld of Lord Hades all but guarantees the dead shall there remain until the end of time.
Good thing I'm not dead. Numbskulls. There's more.
The issue with the bow is that all the attacks require too much committing. Like, you really have to commit to your attacks with the bow.
This can unlock something back home.
And I really don't think it's worth it for the damage you get. And range. I think the shield is the best weapon, specifically for the shield bounce. Because you can damage a lot of enemies and just chip away at their health using it.
Going for a bit?
I think this is where I'm going to go for now. I also find that, like, stopping to fire, which you have to do for the bow, is just not a very fun playstyle. You know, I'd rather be hacking and slashing through stuff, or, you know, at least running around and dodging while you do things. But hey, what are you gonna do, right? As long as I'm using the bow, I'm just not going to be having fun. So, bear with me.
Hey, how'd you get your hands on a nice bow like that? You take good care of Coronat for me, so I can try it too once you're up here.
I guess the special out of these options is my favorite one. So I'll buff the special. Because at least it's cool and can damage multiple enemies. Even if it doesn't deal that much damage.
Something for the mirror.
There we go. Poseidon! I think the game is trying to railroad me into meeting all of the gods before it lets me choose which god I'm meeting. Ow, bitch. Fuck off.
The absorbed right round. I always come back. Crashing waves. Dread cycle number 2. It's got to be. Then, in the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Ahoy there, little Hades. You recognize your uncle, do you not? We've a lot of catching up to do, but first things first. You get yourself out of that tower underworld. As for me, I'll see if I can stir things up a bit to cover your advance.
Alright. See, I'm not going to use cast. This could be useful, but only for 5 seconds. I think I'm just going to take the upgrade materials.
Power of the sea should be found.
You know, because at least they'll be more helpful in the long run. What the fuck hit me there?
It's dark, all right. They got me. No way to patch up. Got to keep going. Hey, lads.
Oh, this thing's gonna be the death of me right here. Yep. Look at how much damage that deals, and you have, like, no choice in the matter. Especially with the bow, which keeps you in place for too long. Look at that. He dropped that thing, and because I was attacking, I was just dead. Yeah, I don't like the bow, and I don't like those enemies.
Stupid skeleton twins.
Oh well.
Whoa, you just got killed by one of those bloodless inferno bomber skeleton-type guys. Nice. I always wondered what would happen if you just kind of stood around while all their bombs went off.
Okay.
Wow, what an ass.
Someone's at the desk next to the throne. Who's that sniveling shade to your immediate left there, Father? Already found someone new to do the busy work. And here I thought I was utterly indispensable.
That shade boy is my newly designated contractor, one whose responsibility is to work on this house. Though who shall pay for everything my subjects here demand, I do not know.
You're trying to guilt me into funding the exorbitant furnishings you desire.
Perhaps once we are finished with repairs for all the carnage you have sown throughout my realm, then we might finally have time for all the needed renovations that have piled up.
Nice.
Great work, your cases.
Special offer for me, my good shade. Work authorized. A fountain chamber in the depths of Tartarus sounds like an excellent idea.
And I don't have enough money for anything else, currently.
Darkness guide you, child. You have outgrown this house. Of that I am now certain. Should you return again here, I shall keep you safe.
I won't forget you next, I swear it. It's never bedtime here.
Cool. Now I have some form of feeling. Even if it's minor. Like incredibly minor.
I should go.
Hey, pal, after you throw those bloodstone things of yours, you drop them, you go pick them up, you understand? But if somebody gives you grief, you got my permission to chuck one right in his eye.
I'll just aim generally for the midsection, since the eyes are a lot harder to hit in my experience.
I'll hang on to that.
Okay, we can now buy my favorite weapon, which is also the one currently which gives a bonus.
Shield of Chaos, lend me your power.
Care for a warm-up with that?
Sure, my dude. Bam. 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 Bam.
No keepsakes yet. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. No
This
turning
game does have a
back.
nice art style, I must say.
That looks like a Daedalus hammer. Enchantments for my weapon.
Ooh, that's good. Special can strike up to 4 additional foes before returning. Let's see how that works.
Daedalus, wherever you may be right now. Thank you.
Well, currently there's only 2 foes to strike. But that's cool. It'll make it attack everything in my fucking perception. Okay, so the reason why the shield is my favorite weapon is because this this shield throw deflects projectiles when it hits them. Shit, my controller briefly DC'd there. That's why I was just standing still. It deflects projectiles. It can hit multiple enemies. It does decent damage, and it's pretty quick, and it's got incredible range. So basically, hang on, it does that every now and then. That's the lag I was talking about. Luckily, it doesn't usually happen while I'm playing. It just happens when there's when I pick something up or when there's dialogue. But yeah, if the shield throw stunned enemies, it would be the most overpowered shit in the game. That is its one downside, is it does not stun enemies at all. So I do have to keep dodging to get out of the way of them. Oh, fuck. Come on, man. Don't give me that shit.
Prize of battle. This one was bound to show up, I guess. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
God of War.
Spirit in you there, I have to say. Most intriguing, and yet no surprise for someone born in hell itself. You come on out of there and tell me all about it. A fellow student of death, you see.
It's funny because Ares also has my favorite boons. This would be good for the Doom damage, but this right here is one of the strongest abilities in the game.
The war is on.
I've got a really good loadout this run, and I've only gotten 2 things so far.
Come on, you.
There we go. There we go. What is it good for? I don't really like Poseidon all that much. Maybe if he gives me his call. His call is pretty good. Basically, it's like an ultimate move. And his is pretty okay. Basically just run around rapidly damaging everything and also knocking it around. Yeah, these big tough guys are kind of the bane of my existence when I'm using the shield. Because they have a lot of health, and them not getting stunned means I have to continuously worry about dodging them. Fucking controller disconnected. I'm pissed. They also deal a lot of damage, which, again, is why I'm pissed that my controller disconnected. Because I was doing great.
I heard you were preparing to rain terrible destruction on your enemies, so I got here as quickly as I could. I'm not too late, am I?
Your attack and special are stronger. Your special deals more damage and knocks foes away. I'm going to go with this one because it focuses specifically the thing that I want to buff.
Let's make some waves, right, Uncle?
I just wish I hadn't gotten fucked over there by my controller disconnecting. Yeah, no projectiles can even hurt me. Controller DCing again. That's nice. There we go. Boom. I should just plug my I can't plug my controller in because all of my USB slots are taken up. I could replace the mouse with it because I don't really need my mouse. But I can't replace my external hard drive with it, which is what I would normally do, because my external hard drive is the thing the game is running off of. There we go. Looks like I have either... Oh, there's my controller disconnecting again. Either darkness or a shop. I'm going to go with darkness. Even though I do have enough coins to go to the shop. Because darkness is always a good resource. I'm immune to projectiles, bitch. I've got a shield. Check that out. By having my special knock things away, I basically do have it stunning things now, which is funny because at the beginning of this run, I literally said if my special stunned things, it would be overpowered as shit. It's already the best move in the game, but if it stunned things, it would have literally no downside. Alright, I definitely like Aphrodite. We're gonna go check on Aphrodite. Oh, you fucking bitch. I hate these enemies. They can kill me in 2 hits. And they're dickheads. They've got a lot of health. They deal a lot of damage. Their attacks sometimes... They have 2 attacks. One of them is Lob Bomb, which is not that hard to dodge, but does require me to actually move. And the other one is they drop a bunch of bombs around themselves, which prevents me from doing anything to them. And basically, I can't avoid it. If I'm near them, I'm fucking dead.
Must be a mess. Let's see here. Hi there. In the name of Hades, yes, I accept this message.
Why, hello there, little godling. I have to say you're quite the specimen, and so I've decided I shall aid you for the moment. You interested?
Definitely. Cast sucks. After you take damage foes around you inflict weak. That's okay. Resist some damage from nearby foes' attacks. Damage resistance is probably better. I'm gonna go with damage resistance.
Interested in the power to break hearts? Sure, I don't see why not. Pests.
These things will upgrade the things I already have. So, special deals more damage. It'll increase the damage of that. The Blade Rift or resist my damage resistance. I think I'm gonna go with the special damage because that's the thing I'm using the most. The Blade Rift is really good. I might go with that sometimes, but I think my special is really good right now. So. My special just clears rooms. Like, look at that. Look at that. Come on. Say what you will about my skill at actually playing this game, but you can't deny I make a pretty good build. I know what shit is good. Like, look at that. Holy shit.
Bottle of nectar.
That's good.
Give this to.
I'll give it to Hypnos. You fucking bitch. Disconnected again, sorry.
You really think you can get out of here?
This is just a survive room, I think. Current objective, survive. Yeah. Go. And survive I did. Oh, there's that loading lag for a second. At least I think that's because I have it on an external hard drive. It might just be actually a bug created by the new release, because I haven't played this game in a while.
Beyond the present chamber lies the outermost perimeter of ARTEMIS, promising terrifying dangers far beyond the Underworld Prince's reckoning.
And I can reckon quite a bit.
See if there's anything else to inspect here. No.
God's given me strength.
I think I'm going to keep buffing my special. That seems to be working well so far.
Well, this is awkward.
POSEIDON. Not one step further.
Come on, baby. Haven't we had more than enough of each other by now? Besides, don't you have someplace else to be?
Your father sent me. All in all, I'd rather be on your bad side than his. Now you can turn back like a good little man, or I can send you on the painful way. What'll it be?
I'll have to go the painful way.
A man after my own heart.
You two got some kinky shit to work out, I think. Admittedly, this shield bounce thing is not the best against bosses. But it's fine, I can whittle away gradually. I'm pretty good at dodging her attacks. Oh fuck, I should not have stepped on that. I mean, color me Captain Obvious here, but yeah, I really shouldn't have. And that was my controller disconnecting. That one was not my fault. That was my fucking controller. That one was almost my fault, but I did dodge it. I just dodged it a little later than I usually would have. And that was my fault. Oh, my controller DC'd briefly again. Luckily, it didn't fuck me over this time. but it still did DC. Ow. That's what he said, too. Okay, what the fuck? My controller keeps disconnecting. It did it again, right there. Oh, come on. Oh, that's just embarrassing. I had the best loadout I've ever had. But my fucking controller kept DCing, which caused me to lose a ton of health. And then I stepped on a fucking trap. And that isn't even the controller's fault.
So you got skewered by a spike trap out there, huh? Well, that's too bad. Have you tried not standing there, like when the spikes come out?
Dude, fuck off, Hypnos.
I have not. Surprise, Hypnos. I got you this.
I'd poison it if I could.
Whoa, 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 you can't bring that in here. Just kidding. Thanks. But wait, I'll trade you. Look.
Cheers, Hypnos. Father, what happened to the lounge? The only place for anyone to have a little fun around here, and you seem it shut.
Oh, I had little choice about that boy. You see, after you fled the first time, Cerberus, why, he was very much upset. Utterly tore the place to shreds. It's now under repair. All thanks to you.
You're really blaming me for not minding the dog while I was out and while you all were here.
I lay the blame entirely upon you, yes. Who else? It's fortunate that Cerberus has calmed himself since then. Come to his senses, I should say. May you yet come to yours.
Too pricey for me.
Everything's too pricey for you, Zagreus. You have no money.
How you holding out, boy? Eating well lately? All three mouths full and happy?
Each terrifying maw of the infernal watchdog Cerberus responds affirmatively, one after the next, as if to reassure the ever-doubting prince.
Hey, boy. Just as long as one of your three heads enjoys these pets.
Seek pity someplace else. What brings you here?
You'll get the hang of it out there, lad. For all our sparring practice, there's no teacher like the real thing. Now then, I have something for you.
What, why you're giving me your codex? I can't accept something like this.
Please, I insist. I want your love of history to grow, not just your love of warfare. Besides, maybe we can finish out the rest of it.
I'm grateful.
Achilles. I see no reason to regale you with my stories of the past. Suffice it that I fought as bravely as I could, alongside many of the finest men the world has ever known. The fearsome multi-headed hound of hell is really not so bad as his deserved reputation otherwise would lead you to believe. This animated skeleton and I, we seldom get along. He is too talkative for me and spouts much simple condescensions to all those in earshot, seemingly as though he were an expert in the ways of war.
Nitz, sometimes I get the impression the Olympians look down on those of us born of the underworld. Is that my imagination, or what do you make of it?
The gods of Mount Olympus tend to think themselves above us, child. Or so your father often likes to say. He alone was relegated to this realm, and grew resentful of his relatives on high.
I can't imagine him otherwise. I need sleep. Now we're talking.
What's up, boyo? You're pretty quick, you know, boyo. Just be sure to use that fancy dash of yours and keep them guessing. Don't let them catch you standing still.
Dash like mad instead of standing still. That's not the worst advice, I guess.
Don't have access to that yet, so I will continue using my favorite weapon.
You should try. Go with that one. One way to go. I think I'm ready.
Let's get a move on.
Again.
Hopefully we'll get another good loadout this time.
Gust of air.
This is not a promising start. My controller already DC'd, and his first reward is
It's like a bat wing.
hey, Hermes.
Limitless, I accept this message.
Found you. Good. Hermes, at your service. Pleasure. You are the talk of Olympus. Normally I wouldn't get mixed up, but for you, I'll be making an exception. Now come on, we've both got places to be.
Appreciate the lift, Lord Hermes, so now let's go.
I'm never gonna get that thing that lets my shield hit 6 targets in a row ever again, and that's really upsetting to me. Hermes, one of the free-spirited sons of Zeus. He is patron to travelers, traders, and even tricksters. Youthful in spirit and appearance, he could be mistaken for a common lad, if not for his extraordinary swiftness. Dionysus. Perhaps I ought to feel a kinship with this easygoing son of Zeus, for it is said that he has some mortal blood in him, not just divinity. Although my heart has long since stopped, it yet holds love for all the gods, save one, the one who made and ruined me as well. I have no kind words to impart to him, except perhaps in the form of this concession. War, much like the heavens and the sea, can be considered as a force of nature. That's a really fucking good diary entry. The goddess of the hunt was always held in my highest admiration. Unlike so many of her brethren on Olympus, she seems unconcerned with being praised at every turn by mortals, and instead she dutifully holds herself as a master of the natural world. Aphrodite wields her beauty and her charm with much the same lethality as I could wield the spear. I have seen her handiwork firsthand, and it is often not as pretty as she is. Of some things I am certain, and one of them is this, that there were many times during my mortal life when my spear found its mark, thanks to Pallas Athena. The master of the seas, the Earthshaker, brother to Lord Hades and Lord Zeus, the Lord Poseidon. I am very grateful that, while I was living, he was merciful to me. Down here, however, I must say that I rarely feel his influence. All of us, we are beneath him now. Master of the heavens, God among gods, so much of my mortal life was impacted by him, and now, even in death, I serve his brother. I do not think that I have much to say for the Lord Zeus, which is not widely known already. Fair enough.
I'm trying. Next.
Ow. I could do without the controller lag and the no, that's pretty much the exclusive problem. Last time I got lucky in getting 2 of my favorite buffs.
Mess with little Hades. You simply point me at them, nephew, and we'll leave them shivering and sopping wet, you'll see.
I want my fucking loadout from last time back. I got really lucky and got like the best possible loadout, and then somehow fucked it still. because of the controller lag and one dumb mistake. But mostly the controller lag.
I can use this to unlock a weapon. Where now?
Yes.
Lady Artemis.
The finer points of hunting are not easy to communicate, though you're learning from experience at least.
Oh, controller DC'd for a second there again. I'm sure you noticed it when I stopped throwing the shield for 1 second. Good, some nectar. I only have one way out of here, it seems. That's okay. Health is good. Health is a good thing to get.
Strength of the centaurs.
Ah, this bitch. This is gonna kill me. This mini boss is a real bitch and a half. There we go.
One less giant evil crystal then. I'm indebted to you, goddess, for all that you and your silent family have done for me.
Well, it simply isn't in my nature to allow such offerings to go unanswered, noble cousin. In turn, I wish for you to have this, with my compliments.
Lady Athena, thank you.
Your father Hades and my father Zeus have not communicated in some time, and Zeus refuses to explain. Something transpired between the two of them. Perhaps you know better than I.
The shield of light. Damned lost souls with nowhere left to turn, congregate in deepest darkness, where they fuse together with the earth itself into odious forms which defy description. They basically turn into big crystals. Gods.
It's a trap.
Made them mad.
Oh boy, I love when my controller DCs. Sorry, I don't have any other fucking commentary for you guys, but that's all that I'm dealing with right now. Is my controller DCing on a regular basis. I'm gonna have to fix that before next time I stream this. Better yet, just fucking plug it in. Probably go better. Probably just because I have low battery. Hopefully that's it, because
Why, thank you.
that's not a big deal. Special deals more damage and knocks foes away. I'm gonna go with this.
They must have lots of these on Olympus. Gemstones.
Oh boy, that looked pretty. Both of these are shining. I'd rather the key.
Witches. Key to a weapon.
Keys don't only go to weapons now, Zagreus. Keep with the times, man. There's been a few game updates since then. Hello, Meg. If I beat Meg here, this is my last run.
Whip might make you reconsider whatever it is that you're attempting here.
Your whip's not been all that persuasive in the past.
If I don't, then we do one more.
Maybe persistence will pay off for both of us. Come then.
Oh, my controller DC'd. That's nice. It's not why I walked into that trap, but it is why I kept walking in a straight line afterward. Ow. Ow. That was a lot of damage. Ow. I could have done without that. I think she's protected right now. Oh no, she can still take damage. However, I'm going to die in 2 seconds. This is gonna kill me, guaranteed. Except it didn't because I'm immune to projectiles. I forgot about that. Nope, instead that's gonna kill me. Alright. One more run. One more, only.
Damn you, Meg.
Then I'm done.
Shades of the dead mill constantly within the house, complaining of their woes and seeking audience from any who would listen.
I listen.
Oh, wow, so Mera herself got you last time. That must have been intense. She's fast and strong and beautiful. Anyway, I hope the fates are nice to you next time.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Back already. I see
Fuck you, Dad.
decided to come home. Changed your mind yet? Or looking for more pain and suffering?
More pain and suffering for sure. After all, you taught me to appreciate the fine things.
You keep telling yourself that, boy. But mark you my words. Sooner or later, this life that you have chosen for yourself shall teach you I was right.
Good talk. Good talk. The ever-shifting chambers of the underworld ought to be a little livelier with this.
Whatever are you going on about?
Take a wild guess and say I can't afford anything now. Correct? Cool. Moving on.
How good is it? Achilles, is it really true that Cerberus ripped the lounge up right after I left? He must have gotten in a lot of trouble.
I only wish you could have seen it, lad. The place looked like a vineyard after a typhoon. Your lord father was livid, but he never gets so angry with the dog. Poor Dusa, though, she's picking the place up.
Oh no. I wonder what became of Dusa. She's always worried Father's going to fire her even without something like this.
I like Dusa.
You really ripped the lounge to pieces, boy? I hope you didn't get yourself in too much trouble. I'm sorry to have worried you like that.
The guilt-racked monster Cerberus admits to committing the crime, expressing some remorse for having implicated the incendiary prince.
Cheer up, boy. It'll be alright. Not everybody knows exactly how to give you pats and live to tell of it, right, boy?
Denied. And next,
What do I next want?
No darkness to spend. Cool. I do have a key. Or I should say enough keys.
You know something,
For the
boy?
spear.
I think you could do a real number on one of these columns holding up this place and bring the whole thing down in just a few swipes. Boom, boom, boom. And hate to be standing near one of them if you did.
Wreck my father's finely crafted architecture every chance I get. That I can do for sure.
Alright, let's see what I get.
Baratha,
Are you sure about that? Here we go.
Okay.
I have to tell you something, little Hades. My relatives and I, we've been holding back one of our greatest gifts to see if you were worthy. And you are. My aid is yours. So call me if you need anything, especially to smash your enemies to bits.
Nice.
Oh, what's this?
Oh, I was gonna say his call was one of the better ones.
At my beck and call.
Eternal Spear. It must have been a sight when Lord Hades wielded Varatha, the Eternal Spear, versus the Titans, driving back those fiends into the depths, together with the help of his Olympian brothers and sisters. Stygian Blade. Stygius, the blade of the underworld, must have been among the finest weapons ever wielded, back when it was a whole. Coronact, the so-called Heart Seeker, is certainly the finest bow ever conceived, and wielded once by none other than Mistress Hera, who stood side by side with Zeus, on better terms back then, as they drove back the Titans under a storm of arrows and thunder. Aegis, the Shield of Chaos, is descended from the very Aegis wielded by Lord Zeus and by Athena, his most favored daughter. The Lord of Thunder defended his brothers and sisters using that very shield when, together, they conspired to drive the Titans back into the lowest reaches of the underworld. The shield was shattered, yet a burning effigy remains, its power still intact. A power sealed within the visage of a monstrous entity even the Titans feared. Very cool. This is going to be my last run. I'm also not sure what I am using, which attack I'm using for this run, because I don't know what the spear is good for, because it's been a while since I played this game. Looks like its special is pretty good, because it pretty much guarantees a backstab. But it is a little slow for my tastes. So we'll see.
Some darkness.
Wretched thug, the dead in Tartarus are here, in general, because they did not deserve a noble death. They were knaves, scoundrels, cutthroats, the worst that mortals have to offer. Even now, reduced merely to shades, they are compelled by evil thoughts, and take to brandishing about crude weapons, washed down by the river Styx. Practitioners of foul arts, their lives inevitably were cut short, but now continue in a way within the bowels of the earth. Here, the sole remaining sources of purpose that they have is to snuff out the final vestiges of life that find their way into this grim domain. There is ample room in Tartarus even for those prodigious boorish entities who doubtless more intolerable even when they lived. The ashes of the dead are copious within the underworld, sometimes congealing into awful little spirits keen to cause whatever strife and mischief they can. This is the land of death. Anything that lives is likely to be rather bothersome here, and the numbskulls certainly fit this profile. Voracious little creatures, the Lord Hades nonetheless opted not to exterminate them all, since they do have a tendency to prey on foolish shades who dare to leave their station. The hideous appearance of this mound of human-looking skulls effectively deters any who wander out into the reaches of the underworld. The pressures of the lowest reaches of the underworld forge these terrifying crystal entities, imbued with overflowing hatred from the essence of the damned, which gives them something much akin to life. So desperate are some souls to escape the realm of the dead that they plunge into the mists of Erebus, even before their sentencing. Having thus been lost, they are never officially registered or heard from again, but there is no escape from death, even for such souls. As if reforged bronze is insufficient, its keen ability to put an end to life, there have been those who studied the eldritch art of chemistry to fashion devastating fiery devices known as bombs. Let's see what we've got.
Did you happen to know, my king, that you have slain more than 100 foes since you began your quest? You have, for I am keeping count, and I am most impressed.
Thank you, Ares. No, that's a really good ability. I'm just taking that. Certain artifacts within the realm of Hades have been sealed under lock and key to prevent tampering by those not yet prepared to harness their immeasurable might. Those keys, or so they appear, are not so easy to procure. The master artisan called Daedalus has never known a peer. So it is little accident that the Lord Hades hand-selected him from all the shades residing in the underworld to do his bidding for eternity, and for a hallowed place within Elysium somewhere. There is not much to eat here in the underworld, conventionally speaking. The pomegranate is a rare exception, having made its way down to these depths, perhaps alongside the Lord Hades himself, when he first came to this realm aeons ago. Here, this blood-red fruit holds something of a terrifying power. The equine centaurs are well known for their unlimited endurance, and although their reign has long since passed from the mortal realm above, their resolve lives on within the underworld. The underworld is best known as the domain of death, but it is also the domain of countless wealth and riches, sent into the river Styx along with the deceased. The world itself is alive, in a way, is it not? Even the realm of the dead. All of us here, the world with it, we flow through time as blood flows through mortal veins. Look carefully, and you shall find that there is power, feeling in the earth itself. Born of chaos, the underworld is a domain of pure and utter darkness. Sometimes this dark essence becomes manifest through all the raging of the dead, and all the strife that can unfold beneath the earth. Mortals cherish these stones of many brilliant colors, going to lengths to excavate them from the earth, to steal them, to be blunt, from the rightful domain of Master Hades. The Master also values them, for light exists in limited supply down here, and light refracted through a gemstone's facets is most valuable of all. The drink of the gods is one of the underworld's most sought-after delicacies, and truly perhaps one of the only sources of genuine lightness here within this realm.
Let's get a local weapon back at home. Let me see. Pests.
Shit, I was trying to avoid that. Fuck you, pot. Buffed darkness is what I will go with. Oopsie. Ah.
That is an ominous looking portal on the ground right there. So all I need to do is sacrifice some of my life essence to go in here. I don't see why not. Oh, what is that?
There must be some place even darker, even deeper than the lowest depths of Tartarus. or even Tartarus sprang forth from somewhere else. Having been appointed by the Fates to reign beneath the earth for eternity, the Master was awarded a permanent place of residence at the base of his domain, in addition to a wide variety of responsibilities to the dead. The lowest reaches of the underworld are reserved not just for the Master's own abode, but for the benefit of every wretch who, in the course of drawing breath, failed every opportunity to leave any sort of positive impression behind.
The deepest reaches of the underworld, the void from which all life and consciousness sprang forth during the dawn of time, the realm of chaos, a land almost unseen even to denizens of Death's kingdom. Could you keep it down?
This is not someone I recognize. So, in the name of Hades, hello, may I ask who's calling? Did you not? And who met? We have met, I believe everybody here. We wish to leave this place, and it is my wish to make your doing so a little bit more interesting. And if you encounter the enemies someday, to keep them my regards.
No. The next one comes afterwards. That's very good for me.
To withstand the winds of chaos, to extract the benefits of few changes from them.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck. I hate these fuckers. They deal way too much damage, and they have tons of health, so it's just fighting them forever. Whoa, that call did not last as long as I thought it would. Eat shit, you dumb fucks.
Look, man, I am feeling generous right now, know what I mean? And so here's something extra potent for you. Ought to keep you going for a while longer than you're used to there.
Interesting. Jeez, that was a lot of explosives. Well, shit. This is gonna be a short run, I've got a feeling. Yeah, saw that one coming. Well, that's that. I'm done. Done with this stream. I'm tired.
Got to keep at it.
What? Oh, one of those wretched louds just killed you dead that time. Those mean old slappy guys? Maybe try killing them beforehand. I don't know.
Right.
Great advice, dude. Hello? Was I supposed to be told something? Okay. It is said that sleep is the cousin to death. That turns out to be not quite correct, insofar as the two, in fact, are brothers, born to Nyx herself. The former of the two, we call him Hypnos. He whiles away, half sleeping, watching over the pool of sticks, in the foyer of the house, taking stock of those arriving in the master's domain, or returning to it. Though Hypnos may be lacking in propriety, he brings a certain cheer, however unconventional, into the grim proceedings of the house. Take one look at him, and I think any questions of his parentage are soon resolved. He never seemed to like it much, there, growing up within Lord Hades' well-appointed house. One day I took him on as a disciple. Under orders from Lord Hades, the master worried that his heir lacked any firm direction in his life, and indeed, Zagreus took well to the martial ways, and I am proud to say now that he was my student. Mother Night, we like to call her. Though rare is the occasion when she dotes on us, she has her many, many children to look after, many of whom reside now in locales well beyond my reckoning, and perhaps even beyond hers. What is there to say about the master? Master is not just of the house in which I work, but of the entirety of the domain beneath the earth, the place we all end up after we die. He is a god of character. I have to give him that. In life, I once served someone who reminded me of him a little, yet even the kingliest of mortals pales in comparison. Suffice it then to say that the Lord Hades takes matters of his fate-appointed underworld in his utmost seriousness. Even Nyx, our Mother Night, comes from somewhere, even the Olympians above, and Master Hades himself. Eternal though they are, they came unto this world after they, their ancestors, sprang forth from darkness of chaos.
Why, I can scarce believe my eyes. Is that you, boy? Cerberus, look who it is. He's back.
Cerberus looks mournfully toward the prince.
No need to drag the dog into this, father.
Anything you say to me, you say in front of Cerberus. You might even learn a thing or two from him of listening and of obedience.
Jeez.
You keep an eye on father for me, boy. Don't let him sour up everyone's mood.
Cerberus promises to do exactly that, in his own way.
What is it?
You don't like it when I pat your other heads, huh?
No. Get to the point. Absurd. Denied.
I really want to know what that shade was saying. They made him be like, get to the point, and then he's like, absurd.
And not your father, lad. It is the underworld itself. It has been fashioned to prevent escape. You must have seen by now how all the chambers seem to rearrange themselves. The underworld itself, my enemy. I'll do my best anticipating its surprises, sir.
I buried far too many of them, and sent many others to this place, where now at last we are all payers. I am fortunate the master of the house took pity upon me, and spared me from the eternal boredom in Elysium, with an existence closer to the times when I still lived, and had a job to do. Well, the game froze for a second there.
Maybe you'll have something more affordable next time. Hey, the lounge is open.
Ah, my favorite character.
You want to talk to me? Me? Oh, well.
I just wanted to say, don't bother picking up my room today. I'm headed out for a while. It's all your hard work.
I like her. A splendid house such as the master's own requires a great deal of cleaning, and the little Gorgon seems forever doomed to do it all herself.
I trust that the mirror in your bedchamber has proved satisfactory to your child.
Better than I could have possibly imagined, Nix. You mentioned there was something more that it could do once I had grown accustomed. I think I'm ready for that now.
It shall be as you wish.
Appreciate that. The mirror's grown in power. Thank you, Nix.
Nice.
The power of darkness. Can't sleep.
Hey,
I should
something
go.
back there for you, pal.
Another weapon. I need to track down more Cathonic keys.
The courtyard of the House of Hades is kept neat and orderly, in contrast to the terrifying sprawl that lies beyond.
It's not that orderly, really.
Once in a while, pal, you're gonna see a real fancy bozo try to ruin your good time. You'll know him because he's glowing like a light. But that's his special armor, see? You gotta punch right through it. He's gonna shrug you off until you do.
For a good time, beware the fancy glowing bozos on my quest. Check. Got something new to try.
I'm not gonna try it yet. I'm not gonna try it until I max out the one I'm using.
I'm going to get through all this.
I'm just gonna exit out because I know it auto-saves when I do, and then I'm gonna end the stream. Huh. It doesn't let me quit now. Interesting. They changed that.
Spear's due for a little maintenance.
Oh, that's really good. You know what?
Daedalus power.
I don't want to lose that chance. I'm doing another run. This is a really good upgrade I just got. I want to do it so that I get the chance to actually use it. So, we're doing one more run, boys.
That was the last time. How many now?
The perk I got basically just turns this into the bouncing shield. What did I just get? Oh, see it. Weird.
You've had a brush with Mega the Fury, haven't you? Oh, I know a thing or two about that one. Though lately we Olympians no longer mingle with those living in the underworld. You're the only exception.
Very nice effort, Andy. Hell yes.
Let's break some hearts. Where to? You found me, Artemis.
That Fury down in Tartarus has been a real problem, hasn't she? I see the huntress instinct in her. She thinks she knows your weaknesses. Don't let yourself become predictable.
That's kind of garbage. All of these are kind of garbage, though. I guess I'll take the call, because at least I'll use that. Hers is kind of one of the weaker calls, though, so kind of disappointing, I must say.
Colorful.
The Master senses traded in that terrifying weapon for an average two-pronged fork he likes to brandish in threat, noting sometimes its superiority to the trident of Lord Poseidon, which he insists is a mere copy. Varatha, meanwhile, has seen better days, but it is a weapon built for war. Ah, fuck, I thought the stun would prevent him from killing me, or dealing me damage, but it didn't, unfortunately. Fuck the big boys. Okay. More health is always good, but this is a buffed Aphrodite, or Dionysus one.
That's again.
So I think it's worth it. Although I do have to admit, if I'd known I was going to be fighting this fuck, I probably would have avoided it. I hate anything in this game that shoots those lasers. Go. That could be good. That could also be good. I think I'm gonna go with this though. At least that doesn't require me to get hit in order for it to do something.
Thank the gods. Good for their health.
Dude, fuck the pots. All my homies hate the pots.
I could use that back home.
What do we got for sale?
Let's see what's in here.
Oh, yes, that's good. That could be good, but it's kind of a waste of money. Honestly.
More coming. Nectar bottle.
I'll take that. I don't care for the money, so let's go over here. Meet a new character.
Your Highness. Hey, Princess. Must look like I'm slacking off with the old boulder here, but I was just getting back on my feet. The Fury Sisters don't often leave me be. Where'd they go, anyway? And, what are you doing here?
Oh, you know, just out on a little stroll was all. Do me a favor though, you see the Fury Sisters, let them know I was headed down the way I came from, will you?
Oh, I'll let them know, all right. I hear you loud and clear, Your Highness. I'll just go about my business now, and you take care.
I just healed, so I don't need that, unfortunately. This is probably the most useful resource I can take.
Cheers, mate.
Sisyphus. Most of those who earn the highest form of punishment in Tartarus committed acts I hate to commit to the page, though Sisyphus is an exception to the rule. Their hatred concentrates into a ray of pain that even the chthonic gods have learned to be careful to avoid whenever possible. Now, having been reduced merely to their most base of negative impulses, these damnable wretches do their part to help uphold the underworld's cruel reputation. way to go, it seems, and it's a shop. Guess they really want me to meet Charon. This is the second game I've been playing recently that has Charon in it. Ooh, this is very nice. Oh, all this stuff is nice, but I can only afford one of these. That sucks.
Why, good to see you, Carol, mate. Just minding my own business, taking in the signs, and hey, what's that? You got some sort of wares for sale? And I'll just have a look around. Carol, you've been such a reassuring sight, I thought I'd offer you a token of my gratitude. Well, you don't have to give me something in return. It was a gift. Though, you're insisting, aren't you? I don't know what to say, mate.
The Stygian boatman is a lot of things, although I'm afraid he isn't much for conversation. I have tried, though perhaps not persuasively enough. This would be good, but I think what would be better would be this one here.
It feels unseemly to make contact from that most unpleasant boatman's stash of ill-gotten wares. Nonetheless, this was an opportunity.
Damn it. All of this is shit. Fine.
Strength of the goddess.
Boss time. Time to get my ass handed to be my Meg again. Assuming my controller is probably going to shut off.
Lord Hades are lucky rather than let you run amok in his domain like this.
I'm sure he'll welcome all this feedback from you, Meg. Or maybe you're just pining for my father's job.
I have no envy for your father's position. Besides, I happen to enjoy my own responsibilities.
Sorry, I briefly forgot how to play this game. Ow. God damn it. I'm pretty sure I dodged that. Oh good, this is a good time for me to throw my weapon directly at her. Sorry, Meg. Doesn't look like they're interested in giving you any backup anytime soon. Call soon. Ah! I got her. Nice.
Gotcha that time, Meg. Achilles might know what to do with this.
Let's see if he does. Titan blood. Deep within the unfathomable pits of Tartarus lie the remains of the Titans, who once ruled all between heaven and earth. Few traces yet remain of them, due to the thoroughness with which they were dispatched in the war waged by their offspring, the gods, who now reside upon Olympus. Yet those scarce traces do exist, and a terrible power rests within. Cool. Well, I'm glad I got a run that goes beyond Meg this time.
How did you?
Don't mind me, Father.
Asphodel. Among the many reasons it is best for mortals to strive to treat each other reasonably well is that, after having lived their short lives, they may wind up stuck with one another for eternity in the meadows of Asphodel. I'd hardly call these meadows, but...
It's nice and warm out here, I'll give it that. The once verdant plains of Asphodel are now engulfed in scintillating flame, having been flooded by the river Phlegethon, whose hideously superheated contents could bring death swiftly even to those resistant to most heat.
I'm only flame resistant, not flame proof.
Burnt flingers.
Ow. Bitch. Fuck off. Fuck off.
For safekeeping.
The dead in Tartarus are here in general. Oh, I already read that part. Even now reduced merely to shades. They are compelled by evil thoughts and take... I've read that part too. Why the fuck did this bring me to this article? Burnflinger is what I'm supposed to be reading. Perhaps the Titan called Prometheus would have reconsidered before gifting unto mortal kind the great discovery of flame, had he foreknowledge of his punishment, or foreknowledge of the Burnflingers, who practice their obscene art only for destruction's sake. Let's get them keys.
And we're off.
Get them keys, boy! Yeah! Alright.
Wave makers. More to fight.
Ow. Fuck those guys. Wavemaker, one-time scions of so many long-forgotten cults, which worshipped monsters slain by heroes at some point. These remnants of the living yet possess capacity to give a certain shape to diabolical energies.
That's one more. I can wash away my boons.
Oh, an infernal trove.
How bad could it be?
Perfect.
Why you? No time to lose. Well, that's
I'll
good.
take that, even though I only needed 5 more health. Though the Master is best known for presiding over this vast realm of death beyond the earth, he has another preoccupation: wealth, riches, and the like, perhaps for its own sake, or perhaps as a measure of how effectively he oversees his domain. Let's get some pomegranates. It's a good fucking item. Why the fuck didn't it aim where I aimed on that one?
Keep it up.
Fucking bitch of the game.
Delicious.
It's a tough choice.
What's the barge of death? Step aside.
No, great suicide bombers. Oh, I didn't notice that wave. I should kill that wave fucker first, because I don't like those guys.
You should have listened. Fight the fates.
I don't know what I was supposed to learn there, so I'm just gonna ignore it. I think I'm gonna go with this. Because that'll allow me to use my call more often.
Gorgons.
Oh, let's take that.
I'll just take that.
Ha. Hopefully I'll be able to use my thing a lot now. Now that I have two things buffing how quickly it generates. Or rather, how much I start with. Of course that bullshit happens. Why would it not? If it did, if it didn't, I would actually be having a good time. I fucking hate these guys. Why are they everywhere now? Here we go.
Power of Olympus.
Let's go.
Power.
Guess we're about to fight a boss.
Traverse the flaming river Flareon to gain this vantage point. Relentless Zagreus must now confront a foe of unimaginable savagery who lies ahead, waiting patiently its time to strike. Way to spoil the surprise, old man. Delicious.
I know I'm going to get to use call a lot in this fight, assuming I survive long enough. So, I'm buffing the shit out of it. Now let's hope I actually do survive long enough. I probably won't. As long as there's only one, it's easy. Fortunately, that's not the case, ever.
They are as good as dead.
Knew I'd get to use call. Hopefully I get to use call again. Eliminate a couple of them just to clear out some space here. My fucking controller disconnected, and now I'm down to 16 health. Great. Just what I wanted. Fuck you, game. Fuck you, you piece of shit. Fucking controller disconnected, and it fucking killed me. I hate this fucking game. That's not true. I hate my fucking controller is what I hate. I don't know why it's having all these issues. Fuck my controller. Look, it's doing it again. Done. Fucking done, man.